today.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Nashville. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Second and 6, just inside the 30. They run it again with Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. Purdy from the gun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Purdy now to throw. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
There certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the latest in a long line of NFL QBs from USC.
And we knew from the moment the commissioner called his name on draft night, and by the way, laid a pretty good hug on the commissioner going across the stage. But we knew he had a chance to be the starter week 1. He dove right into the playbook, ingratiated himself with his teammates, and that's exactly how things have played out.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Anderson. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. Anderson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
To throw on 3rd down, Anderson dancing to his left. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an eye formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
A little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A run there on first down, and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. And again, it's Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They go up the middle with Chubb, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And that will keep this a 4-point game. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. It wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back to throw. Anderson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr., pushing his way through. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 33. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd and 10. Purdy. There's a short one taken in by Otten. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Back to throw, Purdy. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Anderson on 1st down. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They go play action here on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. Off play action. Anderson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. And while you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Purdy. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. Got his man, Dell. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Purdy looking to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Rainey to return it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, completes this to Ward. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
Anderson now, throwing on 1st down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 25 yards that time.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Anderson on 1st and 10. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Ward. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now here's Pollard. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tony Pollard with career touchdown number 109. That ties it with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. On 1st down, Purdy. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as he'll get this up to midfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Dell. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Take Dell, 50 yards. And the Bucs have come back to make it a 2-point game. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times.
And now he's going to go down. A big sack, and they're unable to tie it.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Throwing on first down. Anderson. He completes it to Ridley. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On first down, Anderson. Flush to his right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On second down, it's Pollard. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 36. The Titans on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So they got that one, Charles, against the center.
Let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Looking to throw. Anderson flushed out right. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Some good games around the league here early in week one, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 61 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Anderson. And it's caught. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The end result, 21 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they...
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tony Pollard with now 3 week 1 touchdowns.
And the Titans are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes this a 9-point game. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. Going out wide, finds Chubb.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
69 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. There's Purdy on 1st and 10. Complete right side to Otten. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They're going to hurry back to the line now. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Purdy will look to throw again here. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Purdy. That is caught. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And quickly, they get to the line. On 1st down, it's Purdy. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Second and a couple. Operating from the gun. Purdy. That's complete. Right around the 8. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. And he's got it. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Buccaneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
To throw is Anderson on third down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.